He has 14 units in that city, and I only have 1, 2. We have 10 units that it can attack. We're gonna throw it all into the fire anyway. Here we go. Let's do this. Trebuchet, it withdrew. Trebuchet withdrew again. That trebuchet died. That trebuchet withdrew. That trebuchet withdrew. Okay. These are some severely damaged looking units now. I think we should start hitting them. With my strongest unit, 75% chance there. He definitely has a lot of pikemen, a lot of strong pikemen in that city. So we're going to throw the catapults after all. And now the pikeman is damaged as well. Okay. 75% odds, we took the chance. 92% odds. 98% odds. 99% odds. 99% odds. 99. That unit's damaged. 99. Wow, that almost killed him. 0.1 health left. And that was 99% odds. Remember that. That's how one of the ways the game really dicks you over sometimes. I can't do any more collateral damage to that unit. It's already as weak as it can get without being attacked. So there we have whittled the city down to 1, 2, 3 units he has left. A nice bit of work if I say so myself, but he has 3 mounted units over here, which does not look good. It's like he could hit my stack quite easily. So I'm going to have to attack him first. Oh, and I withdrew. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, you make lemonade with your lemons. You might actually lose some more units here before the turn is over. Well, yeah, before the turn is over, because once I end my turn, he gets to start his turn along the same lines of the turn that I ended. Yeah, we're going to start building more military units now. I think we're going to probably need to rebuild our force of cuirassiers after Justinian might kill a couple of them this turn. Well, let's see how this works. Oh, he killed it. 2 of my units bit the dust. Okay, I can't believe I didn't have open borders with Ragnar already. But yeah, that's okay. I mean, he is a significantly smaller civilization, which means he's going to benefit more than I'm going to benefit. But, he's a good guy, so. While defending, my cuirassier was destroyed. 2 of my cuirassiers were destroyed by Byzantium pikemen. So I take it one of my cuirassiers defeated his knight, so it's actually a pretty good thing overall. And we should be able to take Constantinople this turn. What are our odds here? Unfortunately, our odds are not too good against the newly built pikeman. Bastard. 82% odds. Here we have a fully 12 strength, 89%. That's pretty good. That's as good as we're going to get. And we have taken Constantinople. Let's take a look at the city first. We do have the Hagia Sophia, which gives us makes our workers build improvements 50% faster, and the Great Library, which gives us 2 free scientists. That's great. Yes, we want to keep it for sure. So that's a significant achievement there. Fortunately, my stack is going to be divided here because one of my trebuchets moved this turn. I should not have done that. But we're just going to leave it out there because I don't want him to take Constantinople back and destroy more cities or more buildings in the city in the process. Let me take a look at what he wants from me right now. He will still not capitulate, so we're going to have to continue fighting him. Oh, well, at least we got Constantinople. That's a significant achievement. And really, it marks the boundary between Europe and the Middle East. I think we'll just be healing my units there. And my great spy has actually made it to Jerusalem. Elizabeth is still defending with mostly long bowmen. And I was going to head over here to see what Justinian has going on in Egypt. And I can finally start building my lumber mills, as you can see here. Louis' workers are now in industrial era garb because Louis has actually advanced to the industrial era. As you can see, his roads are also a little bit more unique than mine. They're not dirt paths anymore. And of course, we are going to produce culture in Constantinople. Unfortunately, I have a trebuchet sitting out here. I don't know if it's going to get attacked or not. I could move my musketmen to protect. No, that's not my musketman. Okay. I will not be able to move my musketman to protect it. And what was that? My pikemen can't get there either, but I would be able to defend simply by blocking this tile. So I think I'm going to do that. Pikeman versus pikeman. I would be at the advantage here because my pikemen have a bonus against the melee as well as mounted units. Let's try it. It's worst could happen. A spy has been stumbled upon in one of my cities. I missed who sent it though. So the Viking Empire has asked me to become their protector, but as I've mentioned before, I'm not going to accept vassals that haven't capitulated to me because that means that they can break it off pretty much any time past 10 turns if they don't like the way our relationship is going. The annoying Mongols, I would really prefer not to get involved in that war. What does everybody think of the Mongols? I mean, I think that Peter likes them. So does Louis. Everybody else is pretty annoyed towards them, so I'd only be aggravating Louis and Peter. Peter's my vassal, so it doesn't really matter anyway. It wouldn't hurt, I guess, because here's the thing. You gotta choose your sides. You can't just sit on the sidelines the entire game. You'll end up annoying everybody in the game. So it's best to decide which civilizations you are going to side with. And actually, oh, the Korean Empire has been destroyed? Holy smokes, that was fast. Yeah. Peter has now declared war on Genghis Khan as well, because he's my vassal. And vassals always have to adopt the diplomatic stance of their, what would their liege lord, I guess the term would be. What are our odds against, they're actually quite good against Justinian's pikemen. See, now, this is quite unusual, and because my pikeman is a unique unit to my civilization, it has a 100% melee bonus against other pikemen. Most pikemen just have a bonus against mounted units. Mine have a bonus against mounted units and against melee units. So it becomes exceptionally powerful during this era of gameplay. As you can see, Holy Rome really comes into its own during probably the medieval and the Renaissance eras, and then they start to lose some of that power as the game wears on, and the special unit its usefulness becomes obsoleted actually, more than waning usefulness. It's just gone. We do have a lot of cavalry now. And I have to defend Constantinople because Justinian can still attack me from Anatolia. So Turkey, that area. And it's going to take 4 turns to heal, so I think we're just going to work on that. I want to make sure all of my cities have my state religion, and Sarkel does not. So that's where this missionary will be traveling to. Because if you're going to have a state religion, you should endeavor to spread it to as many cities as possible so you gain the maximum benefit from having it. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the purpose. See, here's a complicated thing because the city's right on the edge of the land of Louis, and I probably should build some defenses there in case when I fight him, he actually has a force that can challenge me. Peter has founded a new city right up there. Louis adopts slavery and free market. That's very unusual. Let's take a peek here. Athens, Justinian has 1 musketman, 2 knights, another musketman. So 2 musketmen, 2 knights, a pikeman, and a longbowman. And it looks like he has been suffering damage from something. Oh, the pikeman, that was the one that killed my mounted unit. Okay. Oh, look, I'm getting 4 promotions. Wow, this is really turning out great. Am I getting really 2, 4, 6, 8? I'm getting 8 experience points per unit that I build in Rome, plus, what is it, 3 from barracks? Yes, 3 from barracks, so 11. I'm getting at least 13. Let me check civics again. 13 from vassalage. 14, 15. I should only be getting 15. I'm getting an extra 2 experience points. Oh, yeah, the stable, because this is a mounted unit. So in addition to the barracks providing experience points to these units, mounted units also get experience from stables as well. So it gets me up to a total of 17 experience right out of the building, which is enough for a combat 4 promotion, which increases the strength of this unit by a whopping 40%, which is really significant. So, yeah, overall, I think that's the best approach to using great generals is if you can get a city, like in my case, Rome, it's really a powerhouse. It has plenty of natural resources around it. It's just very productive. And you can settle your great generals in those cities. And it's a military unit producing powerhouse. And you're going to get really talented units out of there because of that. Gonna check out what Louis is up to over here in Ethiopia and Africa. I forget the name. Is it Sudan? I should be learning the names of African countries. I was going to do it, and then I sort of got distracted in real life, not in the game. Why can I not build a castle here? Really, I can't? Oh, the city already has a castle. Because this is one of the cities that I started with. They just dropped a castle right in it without the prerequisite walls building. See, the great thing about having one city be your powerhouse, hope I don't get attacked this turn, is that the other cities can focus on building your economy. You can focus on building their own buildings instead of having to build military units. And Mansa Musa has become a vassal of Saladin, which really does not impact me significantly in any way. Here we found Louis' other city of Orleans. I wasn't sure where that city was, but now we know. Okay, another missionary. We still haven't gotten Peter to convert. So, wait, of course, Peter's new city already has a religion in it. See, you want to get the cities that don't have a religion first because there is a guaranteed chance to spread your religion into it. But once there's another religion already existing, the percentage of success goes down, but it's still pretty high. So usually your missionary will spread unless there are a lot of religions already in that city. That becomes more complicated. Probably should build a market. I'm going to get an additional 1 happiness from that. But the Colosseum, I'm also going to get a happiness from, as well as if I just built another military unit. But that's predicated on me maintaining my monarchy civ. If I move civics, my city would be happy because I would be no longer getting a happiness bonus from monarchy. And from military units in my city due to monarchy. Is it even called monarchy? I think it is. It's hereditary rule, essentially the same thing, but it's a distinction without a difference, I guess you could say. Elizabeth does have galleons. All right. First military unit within range of Athens. We can begin the bombardment. Okay, all of my siege equipment in Constantinople has finished healing, so we're going to start moving them over towards Athens. There's no reason to keep them in the city any longer than I absolutely must. I'm also going to move out a couple of my cuirassiers. Everybody else just fortify and heal in that city. Let's hope nothing bad happens here. We have discovered rifling. And upgrade my musketmen to riflemen. This is a very powerful technology, but I have to capitalize on the opportunity while I have it. The French Empire is currently researching physics. And if they get a hold of rifling, it will mean that I have to fight against a much stronger army here in Paris. Because they'll upgrade all of their... because right now I can even upgrade my units to cavalry and riflemen. It will cost a significant amount of money, but it will increase their strength, immensely, astronomically, I guess you could say. It is a very worthwhile investment to make. I can't get cannons yet, though, because I don't have, what is it, steel? I think steel is required to get cannons, which will replace my my trebuchets and my catapults. And here we have our first cavalry. Much more industrial looking, industrial era looking. So these are strength 15. Might as well start getting them into the field as quickly as possible. It's a significant strength advantage. Oh, my cities are not happy with the war. What are my odds here? 34%. I think we'll hold off for now and continue bombarding. So what do we want to research next? I think I'm probably should be going for military science, because if other civilizations get rifling, I can counter the riflemen with the grenadier. So researching chemistry also leads to steel, which will allow me to build the cannon, because we are focusing quite significantly in this game on military. I'm going to build a Christian temple in Moscow to hopefully get some of my happiness back in that city. And I'm going to upgrade this cavalry, I think. It's going to cost me 80 to upgrade each cuirassier to a cavalry unit. So that's going to be a significant investment. Upgrade everything. You'll notice here a little trick. Now that Constantinople, the resistance is ended, but it's starving, which means that the 6 population currently in the city can be sacrificed to build something simple, because we're going to lose them anyway. So like I could build a monument that will require 2 population. I can build something that requires 3 population. Granary, a great choice. So I'm going to reduce it down to 3. You can only sacrifice half of your city's population. So in my case, I had 6 and I sacrificed it down to 3. You can't bring it down to 1. In case you're wondering why I didn't like choose the courthouse or anything like that. But the city is going to continue to starve, but at least we got some production out of those population we would have lost anyway. And the Louis now has also declared war on Genghis Khan. So I wonder how that's going to turn out. I mean, he is significantly removed from Europe, where we are currently fighting, so I don't imagine it will play much of a factor, but I mean, aside from providing moral support to the people who are attacking, but then again, I'd look at it, and he does have an expeditionary force here of a couple of cuirassiers, trebuchets, and a war elephant. So he might actually be heading over into Mongol territory to attempt to capture some land himself. Continuing the siege of Athens, of course. This is taking quite some time. Salzburg is unhealthy, so I'm going to build an aqueduct. Ooh, I haven't seen hide nor hair of Genghis Khan yet. I doubt he will be moving over towards my land at all. Isabel has also declared war on Genghis Khan. That would explain why both of those civilizations have adopted slavery. The French Empire and the Spanish Empire. It was to mobilize their armies. I'm not sure that it actually makes a whole lot of sense because, okay, do we have a great scientist here? Do we have an academy built in, just looking here, 110%, we might have an academy built here. Yes, we do. So we already have academy built in Rome. So I can either start a golden age, which actually might be a good idea. Let me check to see where my other great person is. What kind of, oh, it's a great spy. No, I don't want to sacrifice my great spy just yet. So I think instead, I think I'll save the scientist for later. I can found a corporation with him. And while I'm not, corporations are another one of those things that are just sort of tacked onto the side of the game. It's nice to be controlling the corporations that do exist, because if they try to spread them into your cities, you know, ideally you just want to own them to begin with. Never a bad thing. I constructed a granary in Constantinople, of course. Probably a courthouse is next on the list. Athens is down to 40%, and no, it's actually down to 64%. Okay, I thought it was doing better than that. Still going to be a while, though. And Ragnar has once again declared war on Isabel. Justinian adopts police state. I'm surprised that the Chinese actually were the first to prove the world is round. Police state requires fascism. I don't... Oh yeah, he has the as the pyramids. That would explain why Justinian can adopt that civic, because it's a very late game civic. But the pyramids unlock all of the government civics, so that's why Justinian can be a fascist if he wants to in the Middle Ages. It's not exactly the Middle Ages anymore, 1750 already. Wow, how time flies, huh?